Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
We'll get started now. It's a D-Day for Segun Tiriola and, of course, Funke Oshunake. Both of them will be in action today in the mixed double. Hopefully, they get to nick this one.
Hopefully, Cecilia, they played the big Egyptian opposition in the semi-finals, but they face another, Egyptian opposition today as well. Too. That's in the form of Omar Assar and Din Mashref. Good luck to Segun Tiriola and Funke Oshunake. Cecilia?
They surely definitely need that. And move straight to the Nationwide League. And of course, you have the semi-finals is set, and you have some big teams that will obviously be there. The last four, it's already Inverse Feeders team, and of course, Papilo FC, one of those that will be taking to the stage today in the last four.
Cecilia, we're getting really close to the championship round now. The last four teams: AS Racing, My Pupil FC, Papilo FC, as well as FRSC Football Club. Those are the teams that have made it to the semi-finals of the Nationwide League 1 Super 8 tournament. Also on the show, Cecilia, Anamore is still marching on, in Vienna. He is through to the quarterfinals now after winning his second round game. That means he's questing to unseat Novak Djokovic as world number one before the end of the year. He's still very much on. If he goes on to win this tournament now and wins in Paris as well, so then wins the ATP World Tour Finals, who knows? He might just end the year as world number one.
We're just hoping for that. Hopefully he can do that, because we're saying it's possible. It's going to be next year. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, because I expect Djokovic, Djokovic has got two more events, Paris Masters as well as the ATP World Tour Final. So I expect Djokovic, he's got a very good record in Paris. So I think it might just be too far for Andy Murray this time around. But I mean, next year still there. It's getting closer, and who knows? Imagine how. When the year started, we never thought there would be
a new
world
number one.
Right? Yeah, I know we're going to go. But when the year started, we never thought we would have a different world number one when it comes to the female. But we did. Angelique Kerber, who knows? Andy Murray might be world number one as well.
Someone's actually agreeing with me. Okay. Right, now let's talk a little bit of the NBA now.
Yeah, the NBA, surely.
Yesterday. Well, not really big games, but NBA games are usually very big.
All the games are big, Cecilia. There's no two ways about it. And majorly, okay, let's start with the results first of all. Cecilia, Wizards, that's the Washington Wizards. They lost against the Atlanta Hawks, 99-114 in that one. Boston Celtics, okay, this is the one that you can consider big. Boston Celtics playing against the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls won that one, 105-99. The story of the day was that Dwayne Wade, no longer with the Miami Heat, made his debut for the Bulls and scored, 22 points. He actually scored the winning three-pointer as well, too, that won this particular match for the Chicago Bulls. So, what a way to start your career in Chicago for Dwayne Wade. Also on the winning side, we have the San Antonio Spurs. They won 2 in a row now. Yeah, they beat Sacramento Kings 102-94. Kawhi Leonard as well. So he's the main man now, not Tim Duncan. So surely he's going to carry.
Step up and carry the team.
Exactly, and 30 points in that particular one. Last but not the least, Los Angeles Clippers. Yeah, they beat the Trailblazers in that one. Damian Lillard, he had 29 points, but it wasn't enough for him.
So that's just the way it ended there.
Yeah, that's about it for the NBA, Cecilia.
It's a good, okay, for some of the losing team there. Okay, we'll talk tennis now, talking about the African Senior Championship taking place in Morocco. The two biggest stars we have in Nigeria will take center stage today. That's how we're not talking about Segun Tiriola and, of course, Funke Oshunake. They are in the mixed doubles. And, of course, what they're thinking right now is that victory. Yesterday we talked about the further look. These two veterans in the sport just doesn't want to grow old. They just want to keep winning and winning and winning. And another thing is, during that senior championship is the fact that when you're having some of these big stars, having to actually come down and do whatever they needed to do. But we'll talk more about that, especially the honor that was given him, while he was in Morocco. Straight up, we'll talk about the WTA championship now, and that's talking about the finals in Singapore. And the semi-finalist already, Sevlena Kuznetsova, she's there. Angelique Kerber 100% record she had. And of course, you have a player I didn't expect that was going to make it, but somehow she was able to make it because another player actually lost his head.
Yeah, Cecilia, I mean, no surprises at all. Angelique Kerber tipped out to be the every favorite for this particular tournament. So it's not surprising that she's ended a round robin stage with a perfect record, winning 3 out of 3. Our last match actually was against Madison Keys, yeah, it was against Madison Keys, and it was very, very easy. Straight sets win for the world number 1, 6-3. 6-3. She won that one to advance into the semifinals, where she will likely play against the defending champion Agnieszka Radwanska or even Karolina Pliskova. Those two met. Yeah, those two met in the final of the U.S. Open, and I wouldn't mind seeing that rematch. Definitely, Cecilia.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to be. And of course, because of that defeat, Dominika Cibulkova, she will join her in the semi-finals because she had to grind out a result 6-3, 7-6 over Simona Halep. And the question I keep asking, what happened to Simona Halep? I mean, this is a player we're thinking, okay, she's going to not just break into the top 5, or rather, I was even tipping her for maybe the world number 1 position, but Angelique Kerber has taken over, and Simona Halep, she's actually not helping herself with these WTA finals at all. No. That defeat was just so painful.
No, not good at all for Simona Halep. But our season is over now. She just has to go and get ready for next season. Everything she's going to take stock of how the season has panned out for her. Then she prepare for next season. It's over. You can't lick your wounds after too long. Go on vacation and get ready for next year, because she's a very decent player. Yeah, she's been very inconsistent on tour this year, but you can't doubt the talent.
That's all, you can't doubt that. And for Cibulkova, she will be facing the winner of the whites group, Svetlana Kuznetsova, in the semifinals on Saturday. That's a tough one for her.
Tough.
Very tough.
Tough one. Yeah, but Cibulkova is a very good player as well. So Kuznetsova is a very good player. So it would be very tight, but definitely not as tight as what we're going to have in the other semi-final, which is going to be between Kerber or Radwanska or Pliskova. That's it's
going to be tight.
Potentially a very explosive match right there.
So whoever she's going to face is obviously going to be very, very tight.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be. Okay, Swiss Open now, talking about the Basel tournament right there. Stan Wawrinka, well, he's like he has actually know how to win right now. He's after winning the U.S. Open. Come on, he just wasn't winning much games, but right now he's having a good run in Switzerland in the Swiss Open. And also Juan Martin Del Potro, he also had a straight set in his own game against David Goffin. That game was 7-5, 6-3. So for Stan Wawrinka, he also came through a very tough challenge against Donald Young. But somehow he was able to actually win it 7-6, 6-7, 6-4. It was a tight one, but then Stan Wawrinka has told himself, maybe I just don't want to start losing games. That's the way it is right now.
Yeah, Cecilia, you spot on. Before we continue on Stan Wawrinka, I mean, Del Potro, what a year is that? What a year. I mean, all those injuries looks like, he's overcome them totally now, because he's had a very solid year, and he's doing well. He's ending the season on a very strong note. So he won his own game, 7-5, 6-3. He won that particular match against David Goffin. So it's good to see him playing without any injuries at all, because we know he's a very, very solid player. So we'll keep monitoring, how he performs at the end of this particular competition. Also through his Stan Wawrinka. Stan Wawrinka, for some reason, never used to play well at this competition.
So first round exit this time.
Exactly. So he's been able to go 2 rounds now and is still powering on. But like you said, Cecilia, it was a very tough match for Wawrinka, but eventually came and won it 7-6, 6-7, 6-4. It dropped the sets, but then, these things happen. It's how you react. It's how you bounce back from losing a set that really matters. And it was very strong in that third and deciding set. It took it 6-4.
That's a strong one for him. He just had that spectacular victory, and at the end of just a rousy, victory is home.
That's his home, tournament right there. So I'm not surprised that the crowd is a bit partisan.
It just had to be, because when Stan is playing, everyone wants to stand up and just listen. And even at the Governor's Cup, most of the fans that came in from Switzerland to watch Corinne, play, they were actually sporting the jersey. Stan the man.
He's the man now. No, seriously, he is the man now, right? right now, I mean, his management's, nature, they changed that name from Stanislas to Stan, there's a bit of it rings well. Yeah, it sounds really good. Stan the man.
Stan the man.
Yeah, so yeah, he's the man right now. US Open champion, obviously. So yeah, I'm not surprised. He's, gaining a lot of supporters by the day, and we'll see. I'll be surprised if he goes on to win the Swiss Indoors as well, because it seems to have overcome that mental block for some reason used to prevent him from playing well at this competition.
Yeah, okay.